asks you why you are single, and the high value Black Swan response. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. If you love yourself, a masculine energy man who pursues you and wants you and treats you like the queen goddess that you are on the right channel. Today, I want to talk to you about some of the questions that I get from you beautiful ladies. I think I've already done a video on this, but I'm just going to expound on a little bit more and dig deeper into this subject. Why on earth would a man ask such a question? I'm sure one of you Black Swans have had that question asked to you. It's asked to me all the time. Why on earth are you single? Oh my goodness, right? I find that quite hilarious because I don't quite know what most men are expecting to hear, because I'm a complete nuthead and I have mental health issues and nobody wants me, or I have an incurable disease, or I have snake skin under my clothes. I find that a really interesting question, but I understand where it's coming from, and it's coming from three places. Usually men will ask you this question for a few reasons, and each man for their own reasons, and then I'm going to give you the response that we give in these instances. The first reason is, and these are in no particular order, these are just some of the reasons that men would ask the question. What he sometimes is looking for is your dating history. He's asking, what is your dating history and what has brought you to the point where you were single? At this point, a lot of us who are not Black Swans, or who are still emerging Black Swans, may go into your history and say, well, I was married and then that didn't work, and then I was engaged and that didn't work, and then this happened and that didn't work, so here I am, I'm still single, right? And if you're a Black Swan and you've been in my universe long enough, you will know that we do not owe perfect strangers our backstory. Okay, that is the privilege that we give to men who are showing up and who are always there and on time. So if a man is asking you that and you feel that he's sometimes asking for your backstory, okay, and we do not give our backstory, all right, and I will tell you what we say. Okay, number two, he believes that you are out of his league. Usually when a man says, why are you single? Sometimes it's coming from a place of insecurity. He perceives you to be out of his league, and he doesn't understand why you would even be talking to him. He doesn't understand, why a girl like you would be out here in these streets single. The problem with a guy who does not believe that he's good for you is going to also concurrently believe that there's something wrong with you. There must be something wrong with you if you're entertaining me. And if you are entertaining me and there's something wrong with you, I have to go on a fact-finding mission. This has happened a lot, and this happens a lot in dating, where men find that they're dating a woman that is really amazing, a wonderful Black Swan, and they don't understand why she's still single. So they actually start to date you, but the filter in their brain, that reticular activating system that filters for our belief systems, begins to look for confirmation bias. It starts to look to confirm the bias he has in his mind that there must be something wrong with you. And so he will begin to filter out all the stuff that is amazing about you and start to zero on the things that are wrong about you. Oh, that's what it is. She's just rude. Oh, that's what it is. She's too this. So that's what it is. He will spend most of the time on a date or during the conversation with you trying to figure out why you are single, i.e., trying to find something very wrong with you. At this point, this is why I don't like this question. I believe that confident, high-value men do not ask this question. This question often is a flashing amber. You don't want to date a person who thinks there must be something wrong with you. There must be a crazy story behind why you were single, because they will look for the evidence. They will look for it, and you will be the one sitting there with your hands, with your heart in your hand, bleeding away because you have been disqualified for something minute, because they're on a digging expedition. And if nothing is apparent, then they are going to poke you, they are going to provoke you, they are going to push you to the limit until something ugly comes out of you, even if it is a high value protest to being treated a certain way. There it is, there it is. I knew it, I knew it. She's one of those women who right? And I have that happen. I used to have that happen a lot. I used to have men be really like, oh my goodness, you know, there she is, you know, just ask for something small, and that's why she's single, because she's demanding. You know, I just wanted to have a milkshake. I thought it would be cool to go and grab a milkshake from McDonald's before it shuts down at 11:30 a.m. You know, I just thought that was fun. But now that's why she's demanding. She asks too much of men or whatever. And I actually find that very fascinating. So you've got to be very careful, because this question most times comes from a man who feels like he's dating out of his league. He feels deeply insecure, and he's going to try and find. The next reason is he might just be wanting to flatter you. What's a girl like you doing single? Now, you know, whether he wants to flatter you, make you feel like, oh, yeah, I know, right? Right? Whatever the reason, sometimes guys will use that as a way of charming you and flattering you, like, girl, why are you single? It's kind of one of those things. But you're going to feel from the energy of the question. We must never ignore energy. The energy behind a question really tells you what the question is for. And if we're paying attention to energy, and if we have been doing the energy mastery class, we will know to pay attention to energy, and the energy that follows certain words and certain questions. So it may very well be for flattery. Number two, it might be because he simply is not dating savvy. He's probably asking this question out of pure curiosity, just because he's curious. You are this amazing, beautiful, high value, high status woman, and nobody snapped you up. He might just be curious. He might feel like, yeah, he's met his match, that you are definitely in his league, the kind of girl that he should be dating. But he's just curious. He just wants to know why nobody has snapped you up. Whatever the reason, maybe one that I haven't listed in this video so far. There could be multiple reasons. Whatever the reason, it is never really up to you to go into a full-blown explanation or feel in any way that there must be something wrong with you. And if we ever get triggered by that question, it's because we keep asking ourselves that question and we keep coming up with the wrong answers. We keep asking ourselves, why am I still single? I'm a fantastic girl, I'm gorgeous, I'm funny, I'm sweet, I'm loving, I'm warm, I am the perfect black swan. Why am I single? Now, if you're asking yourself that question, well, it's because you are a black swan. High value feminine women are very, very rare. And when you are rare, you tend to not have a lot of prospects. What a lot of people don't understand is that being high value is like being a top grade diamond. Top grade diamonds that cost hundreds of millions to purchase don't have high traffic. It's just the way that value works. If you have ever worked in the luxury industry, if you've ever worked with any premier brands, you will understand that footfall is not very high. When you are a high value feminine woman, you will not get men coming from everywhere. But you will have a greater, more higher quality selection of men. But even amongst those men, you will get men who are insecure, who worked very hard to be high value, to be masculine, but they haven't done the internal work to feel worthy of what they deserve or what they want. And so you have to answer that question for yourself internally so that you can have the absolute confidence to give them this reply. So I always say to my black swans, and I am saying to you, when a man asks you, why are you still single? You just have to say to him, because nobody has made me an offer I simply cannot refuse. Now, that answer is golden. Why? Because you understand, you are letting him know that you have suitors and you have offers. And anyone who's done the attraction mastery class will be able to tell you that men love a bit of competition, especially masculine energy men. They want to date a girl that has a lot of options. So what you were saying is, yes, I have offers and I've had offers, but none to the standard that I have become accustomed to. You are also letting him know that you vet and date and select men who are of a particular caliber and a particular standard that he must attain in order to maintain your attention. And you are also letting him know that this is why you are single. You are saying, I have standards and I am also waiting for you to make me an offer. You are here in this moment to make me an offer that is better than every other offer. This also gives him the opportunity to compete for you. I remember saying it. Some guys will absolutely love it. They'll be like, whoa, okay, can I make you an offer that you cannot refuse? I went on this date once with this guy and he said to me, why are you single? I kind of expect it nowadays. So I said to him, because no one's made me an offer, I simply cannot refuse. And he said, whoa, may I please make you an offer that perhaps you will not be able to refuse? And I was like, of course you may. Absolutely, make me an offer and let's see if I can or will not refuse it. Now, to be honest with you, I wasn't really into him, but I was really turned on by the fact that he was masculine. The challenge didn't put him off. He didn't turn around and think, oh, this girl thinks she's pretty and this girl thinks she's smart, or this girl, he didn't get into his head about that. What he got was a gauntlet, he got a challenge, and he was good to go. What that let me know is that this is a high value, confident, masculine man who is ready to compete for the prize. Now, that is not always going to be the response you get. Some men who are very much in their feminine energy are going to feel some kind of way. They're going to feel like you think you are all that in a bag of chips, plus the dip, which of course you are, my darling Black Swan. And they're going to be put off and maybe even walk away. This is how you know the energy that they are speaking and asking that question. If he is put off by you having a certain standard, then this guy was asking from a place of insecurity. This guy was either coming into the conversation wounded and just was going to dump you anyway. This guy was not ready. This is how the high value Black Swan entertains and vets men. We don't vet men by doing everything we can for them to stay. We vet men by presenting our very high standards and seeing how they respond to them. When you present a high quality, high value, high self-worth masculine man with a challenge, it is his deepest desire. It triggers his attraction. It is in fact his love need to meet that standard. What matters is that you are also conscious of your energy when you present this question. It's not about being arrogant and conceited and self-centered and a woman who does not have confidence. You see, when we resort to being rude and I'm just so fabulous, usually it is a sign that we lack true confidence, because we know that confidence is a quiet energy, says the truth, lives the truth, and gets on with it. If you have the energy that I'm just letting you know that I'm just a Black Swan, then it will come across as rude, disrespectful, and conceited and arrogant. But if you state it in a matter-of-fact, warm way, well, I just haven't met a guy who's made me an offer that I can't refuse. What can I say? That's very different from, well, I haven't met a man who's made me an offer I can't refuse. Same words, different energy. It's really important that you watch your energy and simply state it as a matter of fact. Because let's face it, girls, if we had found men who made us an offer we simply could not refuse, well, we wouldn't be single after all. When you are looking for something that is worthy of you, when you are looking to be found by a man of high status and high caliber, you have to understand that your accessibility to you is not going to be easy. But the prize and the treasure never complains about being hidden deep underground. I look forward to seeing you on my next video. But in the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye now.